So here I have the Ember temperature controlled travel mug. This is the 2 Plus. I'm gonna walk you through all the ins and outs of it, what I really like, a couple things I don't like, and just kind of show you how it works. So it's a pretty robust little mug here that keeps your liquids nice and warm throughout the day. On the battery life, it'll last about 3 hours to be able to keep at the temperature that you'd like. They do have a charger here that when you set it on it, it does start recharging. And so you can basically keep it charged, keep it going throughout the day. So if you have this in an office or a desk or something like that, you can use it throughout the day. If you're a slow coffee drinker like me, having this feature is really nice because you can keep it warm, don't have to worry about it getting cold, things like that. So one thing that's really nice about this, it has a 360-degree spill-proof top. So I'm just gonna show you that the cool thing about this is if you wanna drink, you just push down. You can see that it stays down, but if you're not drinking it or you're driving or traveling around and you don't want it leaking out, you can just push this button, it seals it right back up. You can see that nothing is coming out. There is fluid in here, and I'll show you that here in a second. This is a nice little slate black, and also it does hold up to 12 ounces. So it's a little deceiving. Inside here, about this far up, is all the mechanisms for the heater and everything else. So you can only get about 12 ounces in here. Let me see if I can show you kind of how big it is inside. So you can see there's fluid in there. And so I did the clear with no coffee, just so you could see how deep it goes. So it does hold 12 ounces, which is still a decent amount of coffee, but if you're looking for something to hold a lot of coffee, might not be the best way to go. So how it works, you're probably wondering. On the bottom here, there's a little power button. You can see that it's cold and it's at 69 degrees. I have it currently set for 134. If you want to change that, you just tap on the Ember button here, and you can see with the plus and minuses, you can basically go up and down with the temperatures that you'd like to go. It will go from 120 to 145 degrees. So depending on what range you like your coffee at, you can obviously, adjust it as needed. So really been pretty pleased with it. It's on the little expensive side, but it's definitely worth it to me. There's also, I haven't ever used this because I don't see a real use for it, but you can get an app that they basically call it my Apple, Find My Locator with Apple. So it's kind of the same thing as Find My iPhone. And so you can get the app, you can use it, but I've never done that just because I don't really find it necessary. But if you do want to be away from your desk or something like that, you can use the app to adjust the controls for what you want there. So as a whole, I've been really happy with it. There's a lot of features. I do like the fact that it seals. You don't have to worry about it coming out. You can see there's nothing leaking whatsoever. So if you travel a lot and you need something to keep your coffee warm or tea or anything like that, definitely a good way to go. One of the only drawbacks of it that I've found is that this mouth here is a little wide, and so sometimes it takes a little learning to drink out of it. A lot of mugs have a little hole and then it just kind of comes up. Well, you get a little more sometimes than you want. Doesn't ever seem to spill. I've learned how to use it that way, but just something to think about. And also the only other thing is you can only hand wash this. You can't put it in a dishwasher or anything like that. But as a whole, I've been really happy with it. And if you're looking for a kind of a fun little gadget to carry your coffee around in and keep it warm, definitely not a bad way to go.